Hey up guys, Leeds Lad Loves Coins here. Welcome back to the channel. Well, little change of plan here. As you can see, we're going to be doing the Jefferson Nickel today. I'll tell you why. I originally was going to do the Susan B. Anthony, but that's going to be put off until next week now. One of the reasons why I chose to do the Jefferson Nickel today was purely and simply we're rapidly approaching the 250th anniversary of the formation, the founding of the United States of America. And Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, was instrumental in the creation of the United States of America, the federal government, and the Constitution that you all live by, which is written and fantastic. And the wording, the thought behind it, etc. A lot of it was done in Monticello, which was Jefferson's. It was his home for decades and decades and decades. So we've got July the 4th, 2026 rapidly approaching, which is the 250th of the Declaration of Independence, 1776. And because of my connections to the United States, I love the history and I want to get into it. So let's talk about the Jefferson Nickel. I'm just going to open up my album here and show you it in all its glory. Now, I'm a little bit biased. I'm going to move in. But I'm going to pose this question. Could this be the finest, maybe one of the finest, ungraded Jefferson Nickel volumes, albums that you've ever seen? We're going to have a deep dive into this. We're going to have a look at the key dates. I'm going to show you the collection. It's not 100% complete, but it's near as damn it. I'm going to be picking up some stuff in the not too distant future. So here we've got Thomas, like I mentioned, Thomas Jefferson. He's the third president of the United States. And I'm just going to zoom in here. Oops, sorry about that. You know I'm not very good with this bloody thing. There's 1930. All of the coins in my album are absolutely brilliant, uncirculated. All of them. One of the reasons why you'll see some of the coins are flipped around to Monticello is because those particular coins are full steps, and we're going to have a look at a couple of them a little bit later on. So we're going to zoom down here real quick. We've gone into the wartime nickels. We'll discuss them down to the first page, which was the hardest page to complete. So like I mentioned, they are all brilliant uncirculated. And I think absolutely fabulous coins. So some things to look at. There are key dates for this series, and I've got a couple of the key dates right in front of you here. So we've got the 1938, the 1938D and the 1938S. The reason why they're key dates is because of the mintage, relatively low mintages for this workhorse of a coin. This was the workhorse of the American coinage back in the day. The 1938D, they produced something like 5.3 million of these particular coins. And it's quite a very tough coin to find in a high grade. These are definitely high grades. I'm not getting them graded. They're in my album. It's taken me a long time to get here. But the 38D, the highest grade in full steps is MS66. And there's only 4 of them. Think of that. Mint State 66, that's the highest grade. I'm talking about NGC here now because this is what NGC is the grading service that I use. And there's only 4 of them. In the 1938S, the San Francisco mints, generally speaking, are superior strikes to the Denver and the Philadelphia. But the 38, they only produced 4.1 million. Again, an MS66 is the highest grade. Then we moved now, excuse me, then we moved to the 1939D. Let's just zoom over here. And we can see the old 39D, if I move, right there. And they are in absolute superb condition. So we've got the 38D, the 38S, the 39D, which are considered key dates. Let's zoom out. The only other real high value coin that we could call a key date would be the 1939, which is all collectors of Jeffersons know that the 39 is the double die reverse or the double die Monticello. So the word in Monticello is doubled, and it's very prominent. It's very popular, very well sought after. I do not have one. If we move down here, oh, there we go. I'm going to go to the 1942. So we've got the 1942, and there's a double die, or should I say a D over D mint error on this one. We all know that the mint marks were struck by hand in this period. Yeah, so they were struck. If they did them wrong, they just restruck them or repunched them. So we've got a double die, not a double. Why do I keep saying double die? They've got a D over D over mint mark, and that's quite a considered a key date as well. The only other what I would consider a really popular key date mint error would be the 3 over 2 1943. Yep. Where are we? There we go. 1943. There is a 3 over 2 date strike that you want to keep your eye open for. In all of these coins, 6 full steps or 5 full steps is absolutely what you're looking at here. During the war years here, you can see 1942, they moved away from producing them in nickel and put together a silver, copper, and manganese alloy, 35% silver during the war years, so 1942 through to 1945. You can see there the 1943D. I have a full stepper on that one. So full step is what everybody is looking at, but all of these coins are absolutely gem uncirculated. So if I sent them in for grading, I would expect minimum mint state 65 and above. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful coins. I really do love the Jefferson Nickel. And the reason behind that is because of the historical significance. Right, let's flip her over here. We'll go on to the next page. I'm not going to show you every coin here, but you can see the 1950 right in front of you, the 1950D right here. That is the King of Jeffersons. And it's not hard to find that coin in high-grade mint state because they were hoarded. They minted so few of them. Really, really, really low mintage. I think it's something like 1.5 million or something like that. Let's just flip this over and we'll have a look. Bring that in. Where are we? 1950D. Sorry, 2.5 million. Yeah. But when you think they minted these in the tens and the hundreds of millions, 2.5 million is low mintage. Unfortunately, they were hoarded. And you can find these regularly. They're available in high grade, but that is the key to the series. As you can see here, I've got more coins flipped around Monticello where I consider them to be, oh wow, full steppers. Now, what I did start to do with a lot of my coins, oh, there we go, there we're back. As you can see, like 1960, and I think earlier, yeah, the earlier dates, because there isn't a slot for proofs in the album, I inserted my proof coins in there, and they are beautiful. Tell me what you think of these coins, guys. I honestly believe to my heart, to my bones, that this could be one of the finest raw Jefferson Nickel collections in an album out there. They're all GemBU, absolutely all of them, lots of full steppers. You can see I need a 69D there. But I only need a couple to finish the day. We're going to just move right around here. Oh. Absolute glorious. Now, you see the 1976 and the 1976S. I've got them coins, but I haven't put them in because they're not worthy for the album as far as I'm concerned. They're a lower grade mint state. I do have an offer from a collector who has the 1976 and the 1976S proof sets in the UK that I'm going to be buying. Look at the cameo on that. We did speak in previous videos how from the mid 70s the production of proof coins actually, or should I say that, yeah, okay, God. Anyway, the production of proof coins absolutely moved on leaps and bounds as far as the mint is concerned, and the frostiness of the, as you can see, they have slots for the proofs. God, they are beautiful. So let's put that down. I'm going to move out here. I was just watching. We're going to go to another coin in a second. I'm going to pull it out and I'm going to try and show you it close up. There we've got an 86D full stepper. And if we move down, can you see that 88D right here? Look how beautiful that is. One of these in mint state 67, it's a PCGS holder, one of the finest known, I do believe, has just sold at Heritage for $1,800? So you can bet your bottom whatever that I'm going to get that coin graded. There is an event in Germany. These are all full steppers, you can see. And that is a beautiful coin. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful coin. Let's move her up here. I'm just going to pull that 88D out. Right, where are we? Let me get my silk cloth. Let me just pop her out. Or him out. And let's have a look at this. Let's see if I can get... I'm going to zoom in. See how we do. The lighting isn't perfect, but that is an absolute stunner. 1988D. One just sold. Let me flip her over here. Let's see if we can get down to the steps. It's quite hard to show you here. No, my my camera isn't good enough. But rest assured, look at that. That is a 6 full stepper. Absolutely beautiful. And it is going to go for grading. It's going to go to Germany for a grade on the day event this in July. A dealer friend of mine is going. He's going to take it along with a couple of other coins. And let me just pop her in there, and we'll start to wrap her up. So as you can see, it really is. I hope you agree with me. I know the Jeffersons aren't really that loved in America from a collecting standpoint, but this is an absolute... You think I'm in the UK, how long would it take you to put together a set like this in the US? Absolutely beautiful. On the bottom, let me zoom in here. You can see there is a spare slot, and what I've done is I've put in the handshake nickel, which is again is an absolute beauty. I'm looking at the coins here, and the strike is just unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Right. I've only got one other coin to show you. Let me zoom in here. And that was this one here. Now this is a 1964. It is a proof. And I've got a beautiful proof in there in my collection, but I sent this off for grading because for those of you who watched my videos before, please bear with me. But for those of you who hadn't, I honestly believed that this would make Mint State 70 quietly. I really thought that this would make Mint State 70. It's just an absolute divine, divine coin. Anyway, it didn't get 70, but it did get a proof 69. So that's my only slab. It's not a valuable coin. If it had got 70, it'd have worth a couple of bob, but it isn't. So that, I'm going to close this up for you guys. That absolutely wraps up my Jefferson Nickel collection. I've just got a couple that I have. I'm just going to bob in there, and it's wrapped up. It's done, finished. Very appropriate for the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence, July the 4th, 1776. I hope you enjoyed that. As always, give me a thumbs up, smash that notification bell, and tell me, do you think that this could be maybe one of the finest, if not the finest, Jefferson Nickel album in existence? That's my question to you. What do you think? I think it could be, but hey ho. Right, that's Leeds Lad Loves Coins. I hope you enjoyed the content. Smash a like, hit that notification bell, tell everybody about this channel. This is Leeds Lad Loves Coins. I've bored you long enough. Hasta luego.